Hey, what's up, Mega Fam? It is great to be here again. My name is Brett from Mega Love, and in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to play Be Your Own Superhero. And this is a request from one of my guitar students, Max, and I hope you enjoy it. All right, cool. We're gonna work on two things in this video. We're gonna talk about the intro riff, which sounds like this. We're gonna talk about the verse riff, which sounds like this. And we're also going to talk about the chorus riff, which sounds like this. All right, that got a bit out of hand. Okay, so let's kick off with probably the most tricky part of our tutorial today, which is playing the intro riff for the guitar. So this is probably something that an intermediate level guitar player would want to play. It's got some notes right up on the 15th frets in what we would call 12th position. And there's a few little tricks that probably don't come in your standard beginner lesson. But we'll talk about them, and if you're curious about them or you need to know some more information, just put some comments in the comment box underneath this video and I'll try and do my best to explain them, or I'll put together another video in the future. Alrighty, so let's start off with our riff, our intro riff. So it's kind of like a guitar solo. It happens 3 times in the song. It happens at the very start. There's kind of like half of it that happens after the first chorus, and then there is a second version, which is the guitar solo section of the song, which basically is exactly the same as the intro, except the last note, which I will explain when we get there. Okay, so first up, we're in 12th position, and then what that means is we're playing on the 12th fret with our first finger, the one that you pick your nose with. Don't do that, that's gross. Pick a pick, not your nose. That's me trying to be funny. Anyway, so we're in 12th position, which means that we've got our first finger sitting on the 12th fret, and our pinky finger is gonna go on the 15th fret, sort of. I'm probably gonna use my third finger to play those notes anyway. And we're in a scale called A minor pentatonic. There's a few A minor notes in there as well. All right, without further ado, let's get in there. So the first note is on the 15th fret of the first string. And I'm gonna sort of say the fret names and the string numbers as we go. But as you learn and listen to it, you'll be able to figure it out. It's not too tricky. Alrighty, so nice and slow. You can slow me down on YouTube if you want to do that. Okay, so we got 15th fret. I'm gonna play that a few times. And then 12th fret on the first string. 15th fret, second string. 15, 13, 15, and then we're gonna do a bend back to the 13th fret, and then the 12th fret, and then we're gonna go 13, 12, 15, 14 onto the next string. And then we're gonna do a flutter on our whammy bar. This is not designed to do what I did in the actual recording. I used a floating bridge, which the bridge just moves heaps more, so it sounds a bit more interesting. This does the job, but not quite what I was going for. Okay, so there's our first half of our riff. So let's play it again, or lead section. Cool, and you'll see me doing some vibrato there too, which is basically just me moving the string up and down, changing the pitch ever so slightly, and it just makes the note sound a little bit more musical, a little bit softer. And as you become more aware of these things, you'll hear singers do it really well too. And I'm always very impressed when people have their ability to control that really well. All right, cool. So second half of our intro lead goes, basically we're doing the same thing. Same up to there. And then instead of doing that da-da-da, we go 14th fret, 3rd string, and then, so 14th fret, next string, 12, 13, back to 12, back to 14. And then we play that same note onto the next string. So 14, 12, 14, 12. So play that all again. And then the last bit goes, so that's the intro, it does that. So 12, 14, back to 12, and then slide to 10, and then bend on 12. And then the only thing that happens on the guitar solo in the middle of the song, it just slides, instead of doing a bend on 12, it slides from 12 down to 7. So the second half of that for the guitar solo would sound like this. So whole thing, nice and slowly. Cool. And if you are getting the hang of it, please tag me on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube of your cover version of this song. I think it'd be really cool to see how you're going with it, and I can give you some tips on how to make it better. I've always loved teaching guitar, so yeah, if I can help you out, that would be awesome. Okay, so let's get to our guitar riff for the chorus. Basically, this riff goes underneath the intro where the guitar solo is, and it goes underneath the chorus part where you're singing, "Be your own superhero." Okay, so we've got 4 chords. No, we don't, we've got 5 chords. They are A, G, E minor, F, and D. So A, then they're power chords, so A, G, E minor, F, and G. Sorry, F and D. I know how to play them. So we've got A, G, E minor, F, and then D. And there, if you don't know how to play those chords, this may be tricky, but if you've played some power chord riffs before, this should be pretty straightforward. Okay, so the only tricky part is it's got some muted things in there, but we're not really moving around the guitar too much, but I will show you how that works. So here we are in its entirety. Okay, so we've basically got some long chords. We've got an A, and we play that twice, and then we do like a little muted thing in there. So we go. So if you've never done that before, all I'm doing there is just like holding the strings, not pressing them down, because if I press them down, it sounds like this. That's not what we want. We want to just rest our fingers on the strings and mute the strings. And then we're going to do that with G, and we're going to do that with A, a little bit with F and D as well. So we got A, and then G, and then E, and then F, and you'll also notice in the guitar playthrough of this video, I actually play this in drop D. So that for me makes things a little bit easier because there's less open strings, which are kind of trickier to mute and then get back to the chord. So if you are having some trouble with this, it's a little bit tricky. Even I I find it a little bit tricky. If you're curious about me playing it in drop D, you can put it, say, hey Brett, record it you playing it in drop D in the comments, and I'll make a video of me playing it in drop D so you can learn how to do that. But I thought this is kind of more of a beginner video, so I thought this would be cool for someone who's never played in drop D before. All right, so there we have it, the full riff in entirety. And the only thing that changes with this riff is the last time through in the chorus, there's a little extension to the end of the chorus. So we go F at the end, we go F, D as normal, and then we go back to F, and then G, and then A. So I'll play the last chorus for you so you get the idea of how it works. G, E minor, and then that's how we finish off the song. The only other section that I didn't actually do in the actual recording, but I did do in the guitar playthrough of this video, was a little riff through the verse, because I thought it was a guitar playthrough. I probably should play some guitar in the verse as opposed to not, which is a bit weird, but that goes like this. Probably don't need that much distortion. So what I'm playing here is like a little mini E minor to a little mini A minor, kind of. But I'm playing the 7th fret of the 5th string and then the 5th fret of the 4th string. And then all I'm doing is moving my pinky finger to play the 7th fret of the 4th string. And that goes back and forth. And I'm palm muting this as well. And then I go to basically a little mini G. And there I play a little mini G, which is 10th fret and 9th fret on the 5th and 4th strings, and then up to a little mini A, which is 12th fret and 10th fret on the 5th and 4th strings. And then there we have it. That is Be Your Own Superhero on the electric guitar. Let us know what you thought you liked. What song do you want to hear next? Chuck it in the comments underneath this video. And of course, if you liked this video, please like and subscribe. It's great to be here. I love making music, and you letting us know that you like the content is really cool. But yeah, let us know what you want to see more of, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much.